My precious child, I see you there at 2 a.m., refreshing your banking app for the 5th time tonight, hoping somehow the numbers changed. I watch you calculate and recalculate the same bills, moving money around like puzzle pieces that never quite fit. I feel your chest tighten in the grocery store when you put back the name brand cereal, when you choose ground turkey over ground beef, when you count every dollar twice. Your anxiety is crushing you, and the weight of not enough follows you everywhere. But I need you to stop looking at your empty account and start looking at my full storehouse, because what I'm about to show you will change everything about how you see provision. Let me remind you of a desperate widow in Zarephath, living through the worst drought in generations. For 3 long years, no rain had fallen. Her village was dying. She had exactly 1 handful of flour left in her jar, maybe 2 cups, and just enough oil to coat the bottom of her cruise. That was it, her last meal. She had already planned it. She would bake 1 final piece of bread, share it with her young son, and then they would lie down together and wait to die. Can you imagine gathering sticks for what you believe will be your final fire? The rough bark cutting her weathered hands as she bent down, each stick feeling heavier than the last because she knew what it meant. Then this stranger appeared, dusty, travel-worn, clearly a prophet. Elijah looked at this woman who had nothing and asked her for water. Then, impossibly, he asked for bread. She stared at him with hollow eyes and explained, "I have only enough for 1 last meal." But listen to what he told her. Don't be afraid. Go ahead and make that bread. But first, make a small loaf for me, then make something for yourself and your son. Because the God of Israel promises your flour will not run out, and your oil will not fail until the day rain returns to the land. And that's exactly what I'm doing with you right now. You're looking at what you have left instead of who you have access to. That widow had to choose, hoard her last handful of flour or trust my promise of supernatural provision. Every day for the next 3 years, 95 days, she reached into that flour jar expecting it to be empty. Every day there was enough. Not abundance, not overflowing wealth, but enough. The oil never failed. Her son never went hungry. My provision didn't come through her job, her savings, or any earthly source. It came from my infinite storehouse. So stop refreshing that bank account. Stop counting what you don't have. Start trusting who you do have. I didn't create you to live in financial fear, calculating every penny while anxiety steals your peace. When you put me first, when you trust me with your tithe, when you give even when it doesn't make sense mathematically, you access the same supernatural provision that sustained that widow. Your resources don't come from your employer, your side hustle, or your investment portfolio. They come from the one who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, who makes silver and gold appear in fish mouths, who multiplies loaves and fishes when human math says impossible. Father, I thank you that you see every unpaid bill on my table, every anxious thought about money that keeps me awake at night. I recognize that I've been looking at my circumstances instead of your character. I surrender my financial fears to you right now, my worry about the mortgage, my anxiety about groceries, my shame about not having enough. Help me to trust your provision the way that widow trusted. Teach me to put you first even when my calculator says I can't afford to. Show me how to live with open hands, giving and receiving according to your wisdom, not my fear. I choose to believe that your resources are infinite, that you will provide everything I need according to your riches in glory. Let my faith grow stronger than my anxiety, my trust deeper than my fear. I will not be afraid because you are my provider. Amen.